Why, hello and welcome back to yet another vape oil review. And for those guys that ain't like, we're not an oil, fuck yous. Right, anyway, as always, welcome back. Unless you're under the age of 18, your states, countries, regions, parents, guardians, or anyone fucking else's legal age of vaping, then piss off. If you are able and legal to vape, then welcome back. Sorry, I've got a kill setting just off the camera over there. She is around, so if you see me talking to someone else, that's you. And this is like my third or fourth attempt to actually record this, thanks to Nico, who is currently sleeping on the couch. But anyway, something a bit different. I want to say thank you very much to our sponsor before we start. You know who you are. Because in my last video I said I was expecting a delivery, which I thought was going to come whilst filming, but didn't. It came the minute I turned the camera off and just put it away and all the rest of it. Which is right here. It's the Argus X, call it what you want, by Vupu, I think. Vupu. Which I'm actually really starting to like the Vupu stuff, if I'm honest. It comes in a lovely little box. Sort of a hard case box, but we wouldn't trust it to survive too much. And there it is. And before I say, yeah, it is actually the same as the Drag X which I normally use. Which is why they sent me it, believe it or not. Because they noticed I always vape on the Drag X in my reviews, but when I'm out and about I always carry the Geek Vape Aegis X, which of the TBF16 I fucking love it. I think it gives out brilliant flavour and great cloud production. So yeah, they decided to send me that. So quickly, we'll have a wee name. So let's say you obviously get the box, which is like foam lined at the top, and you get two coils, which I can't see what they are. I'll tell you in a minute. And under that, you get all the usual gumph, like your charging cable, user's manual, all that pish. You know, all the usual shit that we've got hundreds of kicking around. And I've put some back right, so it's not closing. So what's the coils? Contents of the box is the Argus X Device 1, a 2mm pop-in, pop-out pod, or P&P pod, call it the fuck you want, one 0.3 coil and one 0.15 coil, USB cable and user manual. That's what we get in the box. But I will say this, I've actually been rocking it for about a fortnight now, and it's actually just as good as the Drag X, if I'm honest, but a wee bit bigger in the hand. But the only real big difference between that, everything else is the same. Your what's up, what's down. The only difference is when you start up, you don't have to put the time in it anymore, which I prefer. I thought it was a waste of time with the Drag X. And the battery compartment actually unscrews now, instead of the Drag X where it just is a trapdoor. But yeah, so this could be the replacement to the Drag X in the videos. Because as always, or with them all, with the P&P pods, you pull the old one out, pop a new one in, and I always stick up at 70 watts. Away you go, and the flavour out this thing is fucking phenomenal. So yeah, that's what I was expecting from the last one. If you can't tell, I've got the Drag Mini here as well, which I actually like. Which does have something a wee bit different in it. The oil is pretty much cloudless. Fucking bizarre as fuck that. Still struggling to get my head around having a vape that doesn't give out vape clouds. But yeah, so that was the delivery I was waiting for last time. As I'm in degree mode. But onwards and upwards, we are vaping Fantasia or Fantasia or some shit like that. Ice Blue Raspberry, which I'll hold up there, hopefully you can see it alright. If not, there will be pictures on the screen. Which 100ml and 120ml bottle with 2 nick shots put into it, which so it took up to 120ml. And the bottle itself costs £8 from eVape Plus in Whitburn, West Lothian, Scotland, UK, Planet Earth, Milky Way. Yeah, you go any further than that, fucking probably find another planet. You know, fucking... Yeah, so that cost £8. 2 neck shots were £1 each. They were bought with it. So it took up to a grand total of £10. So... It's actually... I think it's a bit of a weird one. It's not nice. It's not nice. It's not disgusting. It's actually really quite nice. It's almost like a... I'd say it's like a slight mentally... sort of bubblegum flavour, if I'm honest. You know, that's to be honest, that's just the way I describe the flavours out there. I mean, obviously, the bigger the drawing that you take, the more menthol you get, well, the more of everything you get. But that's how I describe that. It's like a bubblegummy, sort of slight mentally bubblegum. So, yeah, it's quite nice. Quite out of it's quite good. As always, I'm running at 70 watts with a fresh battery in the Drag X. But this is one thing I'm going to say I have noticed recently with all my drags. Or all my, I don't know, drags. Call them drags. Apart from the Argus X, or whatever they want to call it. Which is just a drag at a different shell, ain't it? Is if you pop the pods into different ones, like we'll stick in the Argus 8 now, which, the Argus 8? The Argus X. Yeah, I'm all tongue-tied today. As a very slightly different airflow on it, I'd say. They're both at the side, they're both on the slide mechanisms, but I'm going to say it's slightly tighter, just very slightly, and you sort of get a bit more of a fruity taste out of that. But if we pop out that, this is one thing I always say I found with the pods for this, is that wee 2mm pod has some strong magnets on it. And we stick it in the Drag Mini, and again it's 70 watts for charged batteries. You get more of a menthol kick. But I think that's got more airflow to it than the Drag X. So it just does go to show that, even though everything on this channel is to my taste, your mod and your tank could be affecting the flavours you get as well. But we'll stick to the Drag X for... Sorry for the random jump cut there. My smoke alarm decided to go off, so that'll be enough of the vaping at the moment. But what I was saying just before they went off is, obviously, these are all in the same pod that I'm on about, with the Mini, the X, and the Argos. The Mini, the Drag X, and the Argos X, call it what you want. Is, obviously, they're all affecting the flavour differently. So, your pods and your tanks and your mods are probably doing the same. So, bear in mind all these are just my personal opinions on them. And just goes to show, just because you're watching a vapour with a big dripper and all the rest of it, doesn't mean they're giving you the flavours you're going to get either. You know, because it'll depend on their coils and all the rest of it. But, anyway, we also have a tin of Hula Hooch tonight to go with it. And Kel's going to kill me soon for setting off the smoke alarms again, because that's like second or third time tonight. And she's sitting slowly nodding in the background going, yes, you're a dick. Because she's back to work tomorrow, so that's our last night off. And I'm keeping her up by setting off smoke alarms. So, yeah. There's what Hula Hooch looks like. That's my big crack in my glass. So, bloody hell, that glass is crap. I'm getting the Vickies off. Kill. Ooh, that actually tastes quite nice, that. So we have Hula Hooch, 1.8 units to a tin, alcoholic passion fruit and mango brew. You know that. It is a 440ml tin, I think. Aye, 440ml. There we go. So, I can't believe my glass is cracked. That's annoying as fuck. This has got a crack running across the side there. Just a hairline crack, but it's a crack all the same. It smells fucking lovely. Well, you can taste the passion fruit in it. And that's about it. It's like a passion fruit alcohol taste. You know that way, like just some alcohols just have that plain, that straightforward alcohol taste. Yeah, that's what it's like. It's not the most pleasant drink I've ever had. It's not the most pleasant hooch I've ever had. But it's not unpleasant. It's rather nice. I'm actually going to give that a rather measly 4 out of 10 for that hooch. Not the most pleasant I've ever had. Not that it's not disgusting. It's just not one I'm going to rush out and buy again. You know, quite disappointed in that, if I'm honest. It's actually quite like hooch. You know, it's not too bad. But anyway, on to the Fantasia Blue Raspberry. And Kel's going to kill myself these smoke alarms again. Excuse our jump cut and excuse the noise. Sorry for the random jump cut. I've been opening a window so that I can actually do the vape review hopefully without setting off the smoke alarm again, and hopefully I can edit out a lot of the background noise that there's going to be. You know, but we'll take it as it comes, because knowing my luck, cars will come like now. There is one coming. Whilst I'm talking and can't edit out. And here he comes. So hopefully I can edit a lot of that out, and there's one pulling up at the pub across the road. Hopefully all of that can be edited out and we can get on with the review. So anyway, like I was saying, to me it's quite a bubblegum, sort of slight mentally bubblegum flavour, which I actually think is quite pleasant. You know, flavour-wise, it's pretty average. It's not very strong. It's not disappointing though, and cloud production is really quite nice out of it. So what am I going to rate that as? I'm actually going to rate that as, it's just above average, so let's say 6 out of 10 for that. I mean, I don't know if the bottle tells you anything on the back. Not that I'm going to read it. Not that I'm going to read all that. Well, it's all in German anyway. You've got D-E, France, E-S, whatever the fuck that is. Can't read any of those languages anyway. Warning, manufacturer. That's what all the different countries are. They're the warnings. It doesn't even tell me the PG, VG fucking mix on it. So I'm going to say it's about 70-30ish, just with the way it goes, because I've actually still got some Juice Lab here, which is 70-30 I'm sure, and it's very similar to that. Which is Juice Lab I'm running in the TVF16 at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to reckon about a 6.5, well 6 out of that will do it quite nice, do it fair. Even if you close the airflow down to about halfway, flavour doesn't change much. But here's the question. Do they fucking mix? Let's find out. And then I'll get on to a wee bonus round. Actually, they do fucking mix quite well. Because you've got the sort of passion fruit from the hooch comes out, along with the sort of bubblegumness of the vape. And then, like I said, it's got a quite generic alcohol taste, which mixes quite well with the menthol. You know what? I'm surprised at that. I'm really quite surprised they mix as well. So, I have found a way to make that a hell of a lot better on both parties. So I think we are going to class that as a 7 out of 10 for the two of them mix, because they're not something I'm ever really going to jump out and buy that much. Still can't get over this invisible fucking vape. So I just done that to actually show I am inhaling from it. I just got the back of my throat. But anyway, on to a wee bonus, which I'm due to thank you out to yet another sponsor. Two sponsors in one video, I'm doing no bad. It was given to me by Blake. He gave me Soda Burst Purple Fizz. It's again a 70-30 VG-PG mix. No idea what the flavours are meant to be in this one. And it's a 50ml bottle, if you couldn't tell by the size. Excuse me. But we have them in the wee Swag PX80, I think this was. And my problem with that one is, let's just throw a bottle away, it's a wee bit perfumey. You know, like, just flavour wise. But apart from that, it's what are those sweets called? Oh damn it, those sweets called Parma Violets. Parma Violets. That's it. Thank God I've got Kel inside. That's what they taste like. I wouldn't really say they're like a purple fizz, but yeah, I suppose they're just calling it that because the company's called Soda Burst. But I would say they taste just like Parma Violet sweets. Maybe a wee bit sweeter if that makes sense, which is actually really quite nice in a vape. I'm going to give it that. But because it's quite perfumey, which Parma Violet always is, let's face it, I mean, even the sweets are quite perfumey tasting. Everyone I know that's had a Parma Violet drink, I was hoping that would be clear by here, say that they're quite perfumey that way as well. So it must just be the flavour Parma Violet tastes perfumey. But let's see if that mixes with the hooch, and if so, how it does. Yeah, it does. But not very well. The Parma Violets just sort of take over sort of the passion fruit and all that and the hooch. But it also seems to affect the alcohol flavour and that disappears, so it's really quite nice of it. But again, it's quite perfumey. So I'm going to give that a very average 5 out of 10 for the two of them mixed. And probably just give the arsehole out there a 0 out of 10. You know. And we'll give the vape oil, again, we're going to give that a 5 out of 10. Because it's very perfumey, not quite my taste. The reason why I'm not going to do a video on that on its own is because I didn't buy it, I don't know how much it cost, things like that, so I don't even know where it was bought from, so I feel I can't really do a fair review on it, not knowing the price or anything else. Where I try and do my ratings of how much they cost, things like that. If it's a cheaper bottle with a really good flavour, I rate it a bit higher because, let's face it, you want good flavour out of these things anyway. But anyway, we'll call an end to the video there. That's your lot. Don't forget to stay smart, be safe, thank you others, and peace. Yes, you've done it as usual. As soon as you sit down to record, Nico comes up. View that. As expected, delivery of the show as the dog's bloody.
You're not going to be able to stop him from eating.
He's giving you that look as if I'm doing that deliberately, isn't he?
I'm saying nothing, I'm saying.
But we'll stick to Drag X for the moment.